Welcome to the show, ladies and gents. We're here. We talk about wrestling.
Charlotte beat me. I put you in a neck brace before. I have no problem doing it again.
You haven't seen it, honey? I was...
Oh, bitch! No, the fuck y'all did that! So much balls. What happened? There's too much balls on that rash. Too many red balls. Look at all these balls. Look at this. Damn! Oh, Jesus! We are witnessing child abuse on TV, Lord. Oh, have mercy. Now, watch your mouth when you talking to me, ho. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. You ain't getting nothing. You don't get nothing. You either earn it or you don't. You pasty bitch. That ain't how this works. Uh-oh. Hit it with a zigzag. Let's go, baby. Let's go, dog. Let's go. I'm fucks with it. We sick of your shit.
Hey, girl, hey. Life, relationships, pop culture.
Well, go ahead. I'm listening. And he'll be looking at me. He will be looking at me and he will go to sleep. He will go to sleep. Look at me in my face. I'm talking to you.
We talk about it all, baby. So, y'all ready? I know y'all ready. Because it's showtime. And that's on the ancestors, baby. Welcome to the United States of Tiffany, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to start the show. Okay, look. There was a lot going on with Friday Night Smackdown. Most of it happened at the high points of the show. So what I was going to do is go ahead and get the show cracking. We gonna get it popping. We're going to make it popping, as the kids say. Okay? Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. Okay, I had to sneeze, child. Anyway, Smackdown just ended a few minutes ago, child. And we had a couple things that went down for Smackdown, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and get these graphics uploaded as much as I can. Just give me 2 seconds and I shall return, okay? 2 seconds. 2 seconds.
Damn right we take turns being wrong. I get real accountable when I'm alone. I get real about it all when I'm alone. It's so crazy missing you. I get on. Now Julio made me Scorpio, and I might hit your phone up with that ba-ba-ba. Listen my da-da-da, listen that all of this love is toxic. All of this love is toxic. All these bitches and hugs and toxic. You a damn drug, toxic.
If you don't wanna see me, if you don't wanna see me, did a full 180, crazy, thinking about the way I was. Did the heartbreak change me, baby? But look at where I ended up. I'm okay already, so moved on, it's scary. I'm not where you left me at all. So, if you don't wanna see me dancing with somebody, don't show
dokie. So let's get into it. First match of the night was a 6-man tag team match between Madcap Moss and Gunther, and Ricochet, Braun Strowman, and the rest of Imperium with Giovanni and Ludwig. Okay, for the most part, the match was the match. It wasn't a superiorly great match, but it wasn't a bad match either. It was watchable, and of course, Imperium ended up picking up the win over these three. But this led to a small little inkling between Drew McIntyre and Gunther that leads me to believe that Drew McIntyre will be the next person to challenge Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship, okay? Now, I know a lot of y'all are probably going to be grumbling in the playback when you hear this, but that is where my mind goes when I see little things like that. It is always little tiny things that are occurring that causes, that it literally has a cause and effect type of situation going on. Drew McIntyre really had no business being out there during that match other than to send a message to Gunther, which that was the message. Now, very easily, he could have been out there on Sheamus's behalf, but in my mind, Sheamus could have came out there to do what he wanted to do. He does not need Drew to do that. Now, this also led to the Viking Raiders coming out and attacking him once again, continuing their feud or whatever the fuck they got going on. And this led to Sheamus coming out there to aid Drew McIntyre. And then even on top of that, we had Ricochet and Braun Strowman helping to take out the Viking Raiders, which leads me to believe that that's pop, which leads me to believe that the next thing we're going to see is Ricochet and Braun Strowman are probably being switched off to the Viking Raiders, and we're going to see what they're going to do with Gunther and Drew and Sheamus. We'll see how that all plays out. It's going to be a very interesting thing. The next thing that we saw was, oh shit, what did we watch? What did we see? Let me go back. Because it was a couple of matches on the show. After that match, LA Knight, well, they had a segment with the show actually opened up with Jimmy. And Jimmy wanted to talk to his brother. He wanted to have a conversation with his brother about where he stands. He's like, look, whatever it is, you my brother at the end of the day. He was like, I'm gonna be there for you, but I need you to be here for me. This is what he said tonight at the end of the show. But when he was out there with Michaela at the beginning, he basically was like, listen, I've been calling him. I'm trying to find him. He's not answering my calls. He's not responding. So I'm going to go out there and call him out, and I'm going to talk to him. Now, later on that night, in the night, he was back there with Solo and, of course, Paul Heyman. And basically what he said to him was, he says, well, you know what? I'm going to go out there, and that's my brother at the end of the day. I need him to tell me what's going on. He got to talk to me. And then Paul Heyman gets a text message from Roman because he's obviously not there. The text message basically says, if you don't handle it tonight, I'm going to handle it next week personally because I will be there. And then after that, that's when the segment happened with Jimmy and Jay and, of course, Sammy and Solo. All of them were involved in the final segment of the show. But let's talk about leading up to the show because we had a little thing with LA Knight. LA Knight was in the ring, and I went to the restroom during commercial. When I came back, Kofi and Xavier were out there confronting LA Knight. So I'm not quite sure of what LA Knight was talking about and what was said. But I did see the follow-up to whatever happened. LA Knight called Xavier and Kofi a bunch of nerds. And, they was like, for us to be nerds, we've made quite a bit of money off of being nerds, babe. We're quite rich because of it. And which is fine. I ain't shitting on it. He's very right. Also, he he went there and was like, Kofi, well, yeah, you were champion, but I just want to know, how that whole Kofi Mania work out for you. And Kofi was like, that was a little bit of a dig, I don't like that shit. Like, sir, you might want to back the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? So it got to be a thing for whatever reason. And they basically had a match. This led to a match to which Kofi won and beat LA Knight. LA Knight ain't exactly been getting a lot of traction as of lately. He's been on a downward spiral, but every downward spiral has an upwards motion at some point. So hopefully, maybe after Mania and things quiet down a little bit, we'll get a little bit more from LA Knight, and he'll be able to work through and push through. Okay. With all that said, we got a little segment with Rey Mysterio, and he was talking about Karrion Kross, and he was talking about his son, or if that's what he wants to call him. And of course, Phantasma Santos came out there to give Rey Mysterio his respect. And he was just like, we traded masks. I got your mask. I have your respect. You have mine, and all that good stuff. And then that's when Rhea Ripley's dark elf looking ass and motherfucking Dominic came out there and was like, yeah, like you would be wanting to praise him and he's a deadbeat. It's just the same. It's the same rhetoric. It's the same bullshit. And I'm just like, at this point, I don't care what you're talking about. I don't give a shit. He came out there and still was going at Phantasm. And Phantasm was like, yo, if you got a problem, I can teach you some respect, my guy. I can get you together. Then he turned around and he talked to Ray. And when he got ready to go back at Dom, Rhea Ripley was there. This is what I don't like. Okay. I'm okay with you making sure the men stay out the way. They don't put their hands on the women. The women stay out the way, but you're not making the women stay out the way. The women are getting involved. And the way I see it is if you woman enough to stand in his face, you woman enough to get smacked the fuck down. He should have mushed your bitch ass. Because that's what I would have did. I didn't like, get your bitch ass out my face. Like dead ass. What is that?
My dossier colognes that came today.
Why do you have so many?
It's only 5.
That's a lot.
It's Creed, Aventus, Tom Ford, fucking fabulous, YSLY.
Is that the name of it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna say, why did he say that?
Yeah. One is Tom Ford, fucking fabulous. One is Creed, Aventus. The other ones are YSLY, Blue Day Chanel, and Dior Sauvage.
Why do you have dossiers? Those are dupes.
I know. Because I can't afford the Creed Aventus one is $3.95.
Not for a small bottle. That's for the 3.4 ounce.
The 1.7 ounce is $2.75. I don't have it.
Do it smell the same?
Exactly the same.
Okay.
Neil.
I don't like Creed.
Oh, try the Tom Ford. This one's Tom Ford. It's called fucking fabulous.
Yeah, it smells like Tom Ford. It smells like something he would do.
Mm-hmm. You don't like Creed, though.
I don't like it.
Yep.
I don't know which one of them that is, but it's very masculine. It's a little too musky for me.
There's one called Musky Oak Moss.
One of them is very much so. That's the only thing I can smell.
I haven't even sprayed it on me yet.
No.
It's not that one?
No.
Probably the Creed. Dude.
Something smells really woodsy. Like, this isn't it.
Citrus ginger.
This isn't it. No, I like this. Wait a minute. It finishes weird.
It does.
What is that?
Citrus ginger is Dior Sauvage, I believe. I got them written down on the card.
Why does it finish like that? It's almost like mentholy at the end.
Is that what you smell it though?
No.
That's not it?
No.
Hold
on, y'all.
Sorry, y'all.
No, this is sweet. That what I'm smelling is musky.
Star anise.
I don't like star anise. That probably is it. Hold on a second. He could have got rid of Zelina. He could have got Zelina on her. What was she gonna do? Bite her ankles?
Right, her small ass. That's the one. You don't like this?
No.
Okay.
I don't like that at all. That gave me a headache. I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like it at all. I don't like that at all.
It's got pepper in it.
I don't like that. Okay, sorry, I had to talk to my brother. Okay, look, so where was that? Rhea Ripley. Okay, so Rhea steps in the way and Phantasma backs off and goes back to talk to Ray. He said, "Look, don't let it get to you. This is your legacy, man." And he's like, "How can I not let that get to me? That's my ego." And I'm like, "Bitch, let me tell you something. You missed it. I'm gonna try to tell you what's going on. Okay, I already went over the first things that happened. All right, high tears and look. So this what happened in the beginning. Rey Mysterio, not Rey Mysterio, but Jimmy was met at the door. They asked Jimmy if he had talked to Jey Uso, if they had gotten themselves together, and he said he was going to talk to his brother. He hadn't spoke to him, but he was going to talk to his brother today and call him to the middle of the ring. They moved on from there. They had a 6-man tag. Braun Strowman, Ricochet, and Madcap went up against Imperium. Imperium won, but Drew McIntyre came out there in the middle of the match and was standing at the top of the key. He basically was standing there watching the match, eyeing Gunther, okay? Sheamus was nowhere to be found, all right? I want to make that very clear. After that match was over, well, yeah, it was after the match was over, Drew was attacked because he was taking off his jacket like he was getting ready to go in there after Imperium. He took off his jacket. Viking Raiders attacked Drew. And then that's when Sheamus came out to help. Imperium ended up leaving. They was like, we ain't got time for this. And you obviously got some unfinished business with this fool. So they was fighting them. And that's when Ricochet and Braun helped get rid of the Viking Raiders. So in my mind, like I said earlier, what I think is going to happen is the Viking Raiders are going to be put on to Strowman and Ricochet. And then you're going to have Drew McIntyre possibly going after Gunther for that U.S. championship. Now, what I don't like is there's a possibility that Drew could get this title over Sheamus, and I don't like that. As much as I love Drew and Sheamus, I'd rather them revisit Sheamus's feud with Gunther and go to Mania with a part 2 than to start something new with Drew and go to Mania with Drew and Gunther. Now, if they want to give Drew a shot at the title before Mania, because they got plenty of time, 30-something days they got, right? Fine. Don't have a problem with that. They got 36 days. Okay. So that's like a month and a little more than a week. Maybe a little bit less, a day less than a week, a month and a week they have until WrestleMania. You've got plenty of time to set this up, which I think if they decide that they don't want to give Drew the shot, right? Let's say they're trying to reignite the feud between Gunther and Sheamus, and they're going to do it by way of Drew McIntyre, right? Because Drew would be Sheamus's friend. He's like his best friend, right? He was best man at his wedding and everything, right? But here's the thing. Now that I'm thinking about it and I'm thinking it through, I think that Drew will get a shot at the Intercontinental Championship probably within the next 2 weeks. Drew's going to get beat. Imperium's going to beat him down, and Sheamus is going to end up coming in and helping, and that's how they're going to reignite this feud between Sheamus and Gunther. And then they're going to have Sheamus and Gunther part 2 at WrestleMania, to which Gunther will finally drop that title to Sheamus. Sheamus will be champion, and then Gunther will be free to do something else, like maybe possibly challenge Cody or whoever else is champion at the time. And you know what I'm saying? Like it's a whole thing, but I think that probably is more plausible than what I was originally thinking. Tears said, I don't mind Drew getting the title if that leads to him versus Sheamus at some point, which I think is going to happen that the way it seems. I like all three of them, honestly. I love Gunther. I think Gunther is great. I like Imperium. I like Gunther. I like Sheamus. I like Drew. But I want that match between Sheamus and Gunther. I want that. I love that match at Clash at the Castle. It was the best match of the night. It was so good. And I'm like, yo, I need to see this again. It's on my hand. It's on my hand. Meet Jalen Hurts all-female management team. If these two white hoes wasn't, I'm not gonna call them hoes. If these two white girls wasn't in the team, I'd be popping for him. But okay, I say it like this: you got 3 black girls or 3. Yeah, she black.
Mm-hmm.
She black.
His agent is black.
Yeah. Okay, so all 3 of them black.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got 2 girls on the other side that help do the work for. Okay, I give him a pass for these 2 because everybody else black.
Yeah.
But he went all women.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Jalen, you all right. I guess that your wife got you together, didn't she? She was like, you got to get you some people that's gonna be on your side, and ain't nothing like a black woman capping for you. You understand? Ain't nothing like a black woman being on your side, baby. Ain't nothing like that. Anyways, did Gunther beat the Honky Tonk Man title reign? No, he didn't. Anyways, so we had that. Let me give you some water, child. My mouth is dry. It's dry. So, like I said, we had Kofi go up against LA Knight. He beat him. And then we had the interaction between Dom, his little, and his daddy and shit. And Rey Mysterio was upset, and he was just like, how can I not be upset about it? Like, this is my son. And I'm just like, at this point, you got to shit or get off the pot, my guy, because I'm so serious right now. While Dominic may be entertaining and fun to a lot of people, and I don't shit on that, live your best life. My thing is, the way that you're telling the story is that Rey Mysterio is so fucking conflicted. But Dominic is just fine. And he keeps egging him on. It's been months. How long can you exercise restraint? Because I can tell you this. The first time that nigga would have even so much as raised his hand to me, it'd have been over. I'd have treated you like a nigga off the street. That's how you treated me. That's how you acted towards me. What you expect me to do? Then you want to say shit like, well, that's your dad. And you supposed to be my son. You run around here bad-mouthing me for months, telling everybody that I'm a deadbeat, and your ass is using my fucking credit card to take this bitch out to dinner on my fucking dime? Are you serious? And I'm the deadbeat? You have a job, sir. You work. None of the credit cards that I have should you be using, honey. Okay? The fuck? You bring this harlot bitch to my house for Christmas? Beat the hell out of me in front of my wife, your sister. I'm the deadbeat, though. You bring this weirdo looking bitch to my father's house and act a damn fool and get mad because you got arrested and was in holding for one day? But I am the deadbeat? Boy, you better go on somewhere. You better go on somewhere. Ever since your ass been in WWE, you come out there, you ain't got on nothing short of Balenciaga, Gucci, motherfucking Off-White. Do you know how much that shit costs? Do you know how expensive it is to walk around with nothing but designer shit on? I ain't seen that boy wear a Walmart Hanes t-shirt yet. Not now. Not now. Do you understand me? Not now. I ain't seen it. So I'm trying to understand. I'm confused to rate it. I really am. I'm trying to understand where he a deadbeat at. That's all I'm saying. If it's all about that, then what did he do? What didn't he do? And if Rhea Ripley is the one who is shaping your mind and manipulating you into saying this stupid shit, then you weaker than I thought you was. All it take is a little bit of coaxing, a little nice talk, and you wrapped around her finger. And then this what took me the fuck out. So the show goes on. They have they have the talk between Rhea, Charlotte, and they supposed to have a little thing in the ring. Hold on, let me get y'all comments in. Because when I tell y'all this is a mess, it's messy. Hey Nicole. Child, we ain't doing nothing. We're just talking about we was talking about Drew earlier and the possibility of Drew going after Gunther. I do think that's happening. But I don't think that's happening at Mania. I thought at the beginning that was happening. But I think what's going to happen is Drew is going to go after Gunther. He's going to lose. He's going to get beat down. And then Gunther's going to take him out. And then that's how Sheamus is going to be put back into title contingency. I'm hoping that that's the way that it goes. Hello, Vanny. How are you? Ready to pop down in the mouth. Child. He kept flinching like he was going to and didn't do a damn thing. And Dominic cost him his match with Karrion today. Ray going for the 619. Dominic caught him and threw him on the ground. Dead ass just stood there and was like, go ahead, hit me. Hit me. You're not going to do it. I'm like, I'll punch you dead in your shit. Dead in your shit. He think Walmart sells walls. That's how rich they are. Child. I almost gagged while Dom was talking. If he get that title, I'm showing up to his house and stealing that shit and giving it back. She said she's showing up and stealing it and giving it back to Gunther. Is she okay?
I don't know.
Wait.
Said content will be the death of us. Up there dancing, they got clipped by a damn car.
Oh, her foot. Oh, my God. Hey, Kayla. Okay, so anyways, Charlotte came out there at about 9 o'clock. Charlotte came out. Charlotte had on this bad outfit, honey. It was lace. It was connected in the front, but it was cut out in the back. It was cute. Really big, dramatic, bad bell-like sleeves. Oh, it was so cute. And she had on black platforms, but they were the kind that were, the whole platform was like dark blue. And then she had on just barely a strap on the shoe that connected the back and the front. Oh, it was such a cute outfit. I hope she posted it on her social media because Troy did that. I will give him that. She looked good in that outfit. She did. I ain't like her hair, but her outfit was cute. I thought her makeup was a bit demure for the type of outfit she had on, but it worked for Charlotte. Now, Charlotte looked a little heavy on the concealer today. It was a little heavy. It was a little powdery under there. Them lights was a little heavy. And usually, face-wise, Charlotte give you face. But this time, her face was just a little bit, it was like it was trying to cover up the bags, a little bit of dark circles she had. The makeup artist didn't do a good job at concealing and then blurring her out like they should have. I don't know what they used, but it was a little bit of rough day for Charlotte. But I will say she did hold it down when she was out there. Okay. She said, I show up to Drew house for different reasons, bitch. I'm telling you. I was telling them that in commentary on my page. Listen, Drew looked like the kind of dude that'll fuck up your pH balance. He really do. He really do. But in a good way, like you will let him drive your car when you know he ain't got no license type of shit. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But she looked good. She looked absolutely stunning. I was like, Charlotte, honey. So I saw a picture of it on Twitter, and it's gorgeous. That's something similar to what I want to wear for St. Teresa's Day. Ooh, are we going to get pictures? If you wear it, I want to see it. I want to see it. I want to see head to toe everything. I want to see. Anyways, I have to live vicariously through them because I can't dress like that. So if Tirza could do it, then I'm all for it. I'm a pop for it every time, sis, because I can't do it. I don't have the body for that, but she do. Tirza got hella body, so she definitely need to do it if she can. Because that outfit, oh, Tirza, I don't think she'll make it out her house. wearing no outfit like that. I don't think. No, Malcolm ain't gonna let her leave, but for good reasons. You know, it ain't gonna be nothing stupid. It's gonna be for something good, because she ain't. Yeah, that kind of outfit. Tirza got a lot of ass, so that ain't gonna. She ain't gonna be able to go nowhere. She ain't gonna make it. She ain't gonna make it. She ain't gonna make it. She said, "Listen, he and Roman are interchangeable for me. I'm telling y'all. Roman get you pregnant. Drew will fuck up your pH balance. Hear me when I tell you. Hear me when I tell you. Please hear me when I tell you. Hear me when I tell you. I'm only going to imagine it. He never let her out of the house. Dead ass. Not in that outfit. Not in that damn outfit. She said, if Malcolm may take me to where I want to go, yes, I'll take pictures. Yay! We get pictures. We get pictures. You know it's true. You know it's true. It don't take much. It don't take much. Okay, look. Charlotte came out there and was clearing holes. Okay. She was on the microphone and she said, Rhea, listen, all this shit you've been talking while I'm not there, you know, you could say all this to my face. You are here today. So bring your little bony black lipped ass out here so we can have our conversation. Okay. Rhea didn't move. No music hit, no nothing. She said, Rhea, what's wrong, sweetheart? You had a lot of lip service you was giving. I know sometimes that Dominic give you something, but it ain't worth it. But anyway, you was giving a lot of lip service, babe, but you wasn't really talking other than I'm here now. You can say it to my face. Are you scared? So that's when sis sent that little minion out there. What's the one minion name? Kevin? The one with the long head?
It's disrespectful to consider minions.
Damn. Oh, you know what minion I do love? I think his name is Stu. Is it Stu or Bob? No, because Bob a little slow. It got to be Stu, because Stu got the different colored eyes.
That's Bob.
That's not Bob.
I could have sworn Bob was one 2 color eyes. Because didn't he the one who pulled the sword out the stone?
Bob didn't pull the sword out the stone.
Yeah, he did, because when they gave him the king, he was like, King Bob, dropped the mic and walked
But
off.
that wasn't Stu. Stu's the one that carries the little bear with him all the time. That's not Bob.
I could have sworn Bob was the one who carried the goddamn bear.
No. Bob does not carry the bear. You is not finna make me out to be crazy. As many times as Octavius made me watch the damn Minions, I know you're not finna make me out to be crazy. I told him I want to go wine tasting, so fingers crossed. Oh, he'll take you wherever you want to go. You know he'll take you wherever he want to go. Dominic looked like he gets no buns.
Who carries the bear?
Lies. Damn it. This motherfucker was right. Fuck you, Jared. I hate when he be right. I hate it so much. I hate it because he lords it over me. Fuck you and your phone, Jared.
No, you too.
I'm gonna ignore you. Anyways, she said Dominic looked like he gets no buns. Well, from what I understood, he did have a girlfriend before this whole storyline with Rhea Ripley happened. Like, he had a real legitimate girlfriend. Real life, he probably do got a girlfriend. He seemed like a nice dude in real life. His character, bitch. Anyway, he came out there and was talking a lot of shit, and Charlotte was like, where is your mama at? Because I don't have to wrestle you at Mania. Okay, I don't have to deal with you at Mania. Yes. He was like, I don't have to deal with you at Mania. Okay, so why am I speaking to you? Move. She sent her little El Nino out here, And I was like, I know what that means. That means boy. Wow. It was so worth it. He's engaged? For real? That's crazy. I thought he got engaged to that girlfriend. I don't remember if it was Dom or Leah. I know for a fact that Leah isn't engaged. But I didn't know that he was engaged to his girlfriend. I don't follow him, so I didn't know. But his character gives off he gets no pussy. I know why he got. Never mind. I'm gonna mind my business. I'm gonna mind my motherfucking business. Anyways, so Dom says, "Are you jealous? Like, are you jealous that I'm with mommy and you're alone?" She was like, child of House of Mysterio. Listen, I got a real Latino husband at home that calls me mommy for real reasons. Not because I run around behind because you run behind Rhea Ripley and smelling her farts. Okay. He actually calls me mommy at home because I've earned that title, bitch. Okay. Where is your mama at? Is the question I've been asking. Like, I'm trying to find your mother. Do you know where she is? You seem like you're lost. And he just starts going in on Charlotte about how she knows what it's like to be a second generation star. He's a third generation. He knows what it's like. She should understand his position, his deadbeat dad or whatever. And I was like, okay, like, all right. I didn't know anything about him proposing. I didn't know she was engaged to Buddy Murphy either. I didn't know any of that shit. But congratulations to both of them. Amazing things. So he started going in on her about her daddy ain't shit or whatever, and she should know what it's like to have an ain't shit dad since my dad ain't shit, and that he's a deadbeat and blah blah blah. I went to prison, blah blah blah. And Charlotte was like, unlike you, I actually love my father. My dad will be 74 tomorrow, so happy birthday to you, dad. And I was like, good for Charlotte, but I don't like your daddy. Don't give a damn about him. Could care less. So, I said, oh, okay. She said, but I came here to talk to your mama, but since your mama don't want to come out and you standing here and your daddy don't want to give you an ass whooping, she took off her damn belt and she walked on Dom. She said, I'll whoop your ass personally. So Dom just stood there holding his hands back, and then here come Rhea Ripley coming out there, not saying nothing, didn't do nothing. And when she got ready to get in Charlotte's face, Charlotte just stood there with her arms open like, bitch, what's up? What's happening? What's up? What's good? Rhea got pulled back by Dominic and was like, nah, I ain't. Charlotte blew her a little kiss and said, I'm right here, bitch. Whenever you ready to talk, I got you. Okay, until then, take your little El Nino on in the back. Make sure he get his graham crackers and apple juice for the day, because you know he missing it. Okay? And that was that, honey. That was that. Said, no, Dominic proposed to his girlfriend. She's just dating Murphy. Either way, I could care less. None of that has anything to do with what would be if they engaged or dating. I'm just glad everybody happy in their own respective relationships. Don't got nothing to do with me, babes. Dead ass. That ain't none of my business. Okay. So Rhea left the ring and left Charlotte standing there with her title, holding her title high. And child, she said, Dom need to go take a nap. Dominic was pulling her back like, we ain't gonna do that now, mommy. Like, what kind of control you got? You don't know nothing. You ain't gonna do nothing, child. That was the end of that. Charlotte did most of the talking, and so did Dominic. Rhea did not say anything, which I don't really... It leads to that this could be a problem. This is what Alexis was fearing. But like I said, at some point, Dominic's going to have to be removed from the situation because he got his own problems, right? So eventually it's just gonna be Rhea and Charlotte. Don't know how that's gonna happen or when it's gonna happen, but it's gonna happen. Now next week, Rhea Ripley has a match with Liv Morgan on Smackdown. So we're gonna see how that all plays out. Okay. Now, the girls had another match on the show, or well, an actual match. Natalia had a match against Shayna Baszler. Now, Natalia was pretty banged up from Elimination Chamber, banged up so much to the point where she had to be cleared via the medical staff in order for her to compete. Shayna Baszler was going at it with her on Twitter. They was going back and forth. And so there was a clip that was shown during the show that basically showed Natalia back there in medical with Adam saying, listen, they say you are cleared to go, you're ready to roll, but you are banged up and you could use the rest to keep yourself healthy and we could postpone this until next week. Natalia said, no, if I'm ready to go, I'm going. I don't need to have another question as to whether I'm good or not. They say I'm medically cleared, that I'm going out there. I need to do this. So Tegan was in the back for whatever reason, ear hustling, because, you know, she ain't got shit to do. Pretty Tegan, what they call her. Hold on, I need some water. Okay. So Tegan was in the back, ear hustling behind Adam and Natalia. She tells Natalia, listen, I see what Ronda and Shayna have been doing to you, and I got your back. And I was like, where the fuck is Shotzi at? Because Shotzi's the one who has a vendetta against them too. Like, that made more sense to me than having Tegan come out of no fucking where. Like, y'all just throw a damn Pokemon ball and everybody like, who's that Pokemon? It's Tegan. Like, girl, where the fuck you come from? Anywhoosies, the match happened. And for whatever reason, Shayna Baszler comes out to Ronda's music. I just thought that was so weird. Like, yes, the girl with the bad knees. They had Shayna come out to Ronda's music. And I was like, why? Shayna has her own music. Shayna's the one who's wrestling. They should not have hit Ronda's music to come out. They should have hit Shayna's. Ronda could come out to Shayna's music. Ronda was her plus one, not the other way around. So I felt some type of way about that. I'm like, damn, let Shayna have her time. Like, why is y'all covering her with Ronda Rousey like that? But anyways, they had the match, and the match was okay. Natalia was keeping her own up with Shayna, but y'all know Shayna is a master at joint manipulation and messing with people's hands and arms. And Natalia's issue was her shoulder, if I recall. It was her shoulder. So Natalia ended up getting messed up. Shayna was tearing her arm and shoulder up. She got her in that submission, and Natalia didn't have no choice but to tap. She wasn't tall enough to reach that bottom rope to get her foot up there, and she just didn't have enough room to move and try to make it look like she was getting the pin. The kind of submission that Shayna put her in was just too much pain for her to bear. So, did you sleep over here? Mm-mm. So, she tapped. And that was the end of that until they got her in the ring. They got rid of Tegan, got her off the rope, and then off the apron, and then Ronda was trying to attack Natalia and finish taking out her arm. And that's when Tegan came in and kind of broke that shit up. What made it funny is on the outside, Ronda was like, who is that? She did not know who that lady was. Oh, I like Shayna too, but they could have gave her own entrance. I was upset about that. She did not know who that lady was, child. She just was like, who is she? I was like, oh. That's Pretty Tegan. Pretty Tegan, what they call. She did not know who that lady was. I was like, who the fuck is this bitch? She was upset, honey. I was cracking up. Oh. Rhonda was tripping. She called that bitch Skittle. Oh shit, my stomach. Y'all, I lost it. Can we talk about that MJF and Daniel Bryan pro? I did not see it. I heard about it, and then I saw the fallout of the promo. I didn't see any of that. I didn't see any of it. So I'm gonna finish with SmackDown first. So because Tirza didn't get a chance to watch it. So I'm gonna finish with SmackDown, but I don't know anything about it. And then I can let you in and you can say what he said or whatever, but I don't know anything about it. But I heard a lot of people was talking shit about it. Like I said, Karrion Kross and Ray had a match. Ray was in the match. It was pretty even kill between the two of them. And then that's when Dom came in and stopped Ray from hitting his 619, threw him to the ground, was baiting his dad. He got back in the ring. Karrion ended up hitting him with a submission as well, to which he tapped. Karrion Kross won that match over him. Ray got in the ring, was kicking him, calling him all types of names and pushing him. And Ray just almost snapped. It almost got him there, but he just was like, I'm not going to fight you. And Dominic was like, yeah, because you a pussy, and mushed him in the face and shit. It was a lot. It's just doing too much. And quite honestly, in real life, this shit would not be happening. I just don't like the fact that Ray keep trying to make it seem like that's his son and he loves him. I'm like, you don't love him enough to beat his ass? Shit. He did not. Okay, I gotta know what he said. Because they've been saying MJF ain't on no real shit lately. And I'm like, ooh, well, Anyways, I'm just sick of this being stretched out. One thing Triple H gotta learn how to do is strike when it's time to strike and stretch out when it's time to stretch out. I think he does not time things right. And I'm not saying that he's bad or any of those things, but Triple H he's a very good booker and a good promoter. He knows how to put matches together. He knows how to structure storylines, but he doesn't know how to stop making them so fucking long. Dominic and Rey Mysterio's story could have ended months ago. They could have actually battled it out at Extreme Rules. That could have been done. Like, it just doesn't need this. It just doesn't need this. What, Donnie? What's wrong? They trying to set Ray versus Dominic up, but this ain't it. Well, I'm aware of what they're trying to do. I just don't care. I'm not going to care when they have the match. Like, I'm probably going to be okay with Rey Mysterio finally beating his ass. But other than that, the match more than likely, I guarantee you that at WrestleMania, Dominic is going to be his father. Like, there's no question of that. I guarantee you that that's what's going to happen. So as far as I'm concerned, get to the fucking point. Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay, hold on. Karrion is an honorable mention, babe. And I hate to say this because I actually like Karrion Kross. But Karrion is an afterthought. He had no bearing on this match whatsoever. Once the match was over, Karrion won the match, true enough. But everything was about Dominic and his father, Ray. It had nothing to do with Karrion. Karrion clearly has no fucking traction right now. He has nothing going. Absolutely nothing. And because you know why? There's so many heels running around right now, and Karrion, there's nowhere for him to get in. Where is he going to get in at? Like, you see what I'm saying? It's It's a tough day. It's a dark day. Okay. So Dominic was very prominent on SmackDown today. So if you missed it, I'll explain. Earlier, he had the situation with Charlotte. He was in Charlotte business, almost got his ass whooped, but Rhea Ripley came out there and got him together. But in the end, Charlotte was the one who cut the promo. Charlotte was the one who did the legwork. Dominic was piggybacking off of her, and for the most part, Dominic got red, and it wasn't even a heavy read. It was slight. It was real slight, real subtle, and she didn't even do heavy lifting when it came to Dom. And she damn sure could have split his ass open just on promo alone. But after that, Ray had the match. But prior to that, Ray was having an interview. Here he come again, talking about his daddy a deadbeat and all types of shit, going after Phantasma, who was praising his dad. Now, Phantasma was finna set his ass straight, but fucking Rhea Ripley's dark elf looking ass got in the way to stop him from going after Dominic. And then he's just like, teasing and waving by. Rey Mysterio still crying and shit. Then he had his match later on in the night, around 9:15, I want to say. Had his match, and then Dom came out there in the midst of the match when he was getting ready to hit that 619, and he stopped him from hitting the 619, had both of his legs, and threw him to the ground. His dad got up and got in his face and was like, "What are you doing?" And he just standing there like, "Hit me, dad, hit me." That's what I thought. You ain't shit. Like, da-da-da-da. Got ready to finish the match, got put in the submission by Karrion. Karrion won the match. After that, he gets in the ring. He's kicking his father, rolling his father over, kicking him, taunting him. His father gets up. He gets mad, but he doesn't do anything. And it's just a constant, you ain't shit, mushing him in the face, pushing him up against the ropes. Ray balls up like he's going to hit him and doesn't. He's internally fighting, and we see the fight inside of him, but it's just doing too fucking much for me. Whoop his ass. They need to make Cross an anti-hero. He's not working as a heel right now, babe, so I wouldn't mind that. At this point, there are enough characters on SmackDown where you have to create some type of balance. So when you're looking at all the heel characters on SmackDown, there's not a lot, but the Bloodline represents majority of them. You know what I mean? Solo, Roman, the Usos would be considered heels. Viking Raiders, LA Knight is a heel. Depending on how the wind blows, Bray Wyatt could be considered a heel. Karrion is a heel. Who else is on the SmackDown roster? Phantasma was a heel, but it seems like they've switched him to being an anti-hero face character as well. Hit Row, all of Hit Row is a heel. But it's just right now, the kind of character that Karrion is, it doesn't fit with him being a heel. And then he's like going after people who don't really mean anything to him. They're just another notch on his belt. So I don't know. They've got to revamp, revive, and rework some stuff. No, Roman was not there tonight. He wasn't there. He's going to be there next week, because I'm getting to why he'll be there next week. So hold tight. Let me get some of y'all questions in, and then I will get to the other part. Yeah, that part I agree with 100%, Don. It should have been over with months ago. Listen, my mama loved me too, but whenever I was out of pocket, she whooped my ass. I mean, I'm just saying. Sometimes my mama still fall on me. I'm 30 plus years old. And let me say something she don't like. My mama will come in my room while I'm laying down, and she will fall on me. Ooh, or she get the back of your arm, Jared. That part right there. That part. that good meat part right there. That woman get the pension.
Tim.
Yeah, you forget that's your mama. She be done backhanding the shit out of her ass. She whoop your ass. My mama don't play that shit. My daddy don't do none of that shit. He just be like, listen, don't disrespect me no motherfucking more. You understand me? Say something else out the way, and I'm picking up this damn shoe. I'm gonna knock your ass the fuck out with it. You understand me? Don't think because you in your 30s, you just go talk to me out like you crazy. And they love me. Think about what they say to you when they don't like you. Okay. My mama knock a nigga down the stairs in a minute. She don't give a damn. She don't care about none of that shit. She don't care about none of it. No, he wasn't there. He wasn't there. Especially a Latino mama. I would have got my ass whooped in 2.5 seconds if I disrespect my mom or dad. I mean, that's what I was saying on commentary. Some of these damn children nowadays need to get their ass whooped. I know everybody's talking about trauma, and I'm not talking about no trauma. I'm talking about you getting your ass whooped for doing something you deserved an ass whooping. I know everybody don't believe in ass whooping. Some people believe in gentle parenting. Do what works for your kid, okay? Whatever works for you, do you. But shit. Now, the Firefly Funhouse was tonight, and it was something. Bray Wyatt is he's a very interesting creature. He made it very clear that Bobby Lashley was his next target. He also made it very clear that Bobby Lashley he made it clear as to why. He talked about, he showed the target for Raw. He showed a read clip for Raw talking about how Bobby was up there talking about, I ain't finna take no disrespect from nobody in that locker room, whether it be motherfucking Brock Lesnar or Bray Wyatt. I don't want no damn disrespect. If you disrespect me, I'm taking you down. So Bray Wyatt was like, really? You open the door. Now your bald-headed, greasy paint having ass got to walk through it. And I wants to see you get beat down. I do. I don't care what nobody say. Whoop his ass, Bray Wyatt. Whoop his ass for me, please. For me and my homegirls. Because I can't stand this motherfucker. I can't stand that melted Eminem face motherfucker. I can't stand it. I can't. Fuck y'all who do. I don't give a shit. Everybody always mad at me. But he black. I don't give a shit. I don't care about that. Shoot. Fuck all that. I don't want to hear that. Now, the big part of tonight was Jimmy Uso. Now, Jimmy was out there, and Jimmy went out there to call his brother out there because Jimmy saw his brother, but last time he saw his brother, he was having a massive conflict with Roman Reigns. Now, if you don't know, what you don't know is a lot. Back in the day, some 3 years ago, Roman was still fighting with Jey Uso, you remember. And the whole situation with Jey Uso being, possibly being champion, going up against his cousin was a very emotional thing. Once that got cleared up and Jimmy Uso was finally cleared to come in and wrestle, he was the one who was like, I'm not a bitch. I'm not about to be Roman's bitch. Jey Uso was like, I'm being torn between you and Roman. I can't be pulled in two directions. You got to understand where I'm coming from. You got to understand why I'm doing what I'm doing. He is our cousin. He is at the top of the mountain. He is the one who's the leader of our family. What you want me to do? So eventually Jimmy fell in line. And he really didn't have much of a choice. So he fell in line and he did Roman's bidding and he moved as he was told to. Eventually, this led to them becoming dual tag team champions and running roughshod for the last 3 years. But as Sami Zayn entered into the fray, the cracks really began to show because Jey Uso also was experiencing some some little bits of regret in this situation. It would appear in pockets, right? As Sammy began to grow in the ranks of the bloodline, Jey Uso increasingly became more angry about it. Like, how could Roman just let this fool into the group and not clear it with all of us? How could he just do that? Eventually, Sammy proved his worth as much as he could at War Games. And now here we are. Jey Uso finally accepted Sammy. They all was in there together. The crack began once Sammy and Sammy's old friend Kevin Owens was trying to destroy the bloodline once again. History has a tendency to repeat itself. So Kevin came back around for round 2 with Roman Reigns. And Sammy was down for the bloodline 10 tones down. He was not going to allow Kevin to ruin what he had already built in terms of rapport and trust with the bloodline. He had already proven that he was down for them no matter what. He sacrificed his own friendship to make sure that Roman knew that he was on his side. Well, that fateful Friday night, John Cena partners with Kevin Owens, and Kevin Owens and John Cena wins. After Sammy made sure he vowed that he was going to beat KO and John and prove to the bloodline that he was down for them like 4 flats on a Cadillac. That didn't happen, though. And Roman Reigns took that as a slight. He was angry and upset that Sami Zayn lost a match and that his name was now attached to a loss. So Sammy ended up being eviscerated on national TV by Roman multiple times over. This led to treachery and a lot of envy and a lot of, you got to prove yourself again because I don't think you really are. I think you lost that match on purpose. Then Royal Rumble comes up. Kevin Owens is ready. And then we see the true annihilation of the bloodline. The very, very small fracture turned into a massive crack in the bloodline. Sami Zayn watched as they beat the hell out of Kevin Owens. And it got to a point where Sammy just could not watch it anymore. And he stopped Roman and said, listen, you're better than this. You won. You beat the man. There's nothing else that he can come after you for. It's over. Let's just leave. Hands the chair to Sammy and tell him finish the job. This is after what? 30 fucking super kicks? 2 Samoan spikes? A slam or 2 on the edge of the damn steel steps? And Sammy couldn't do it. That in itself made him realize that Roman Reigns was not just doing this for the family. That he was a tyrant, a dictator, a terrorist that had to be stopped. And if it wasn't going to be his family, then he was going to have to do it. So he hits Roman in the back with the chair. Everybody turns and sees Sammy with the chair. Roman's laid out, and the maul begins on Sami Zayn from Jimmy and Solo. Now, Jey Uso's in the corner in complete and utter disbelief and can't understand or fathom what he's supposed to do in this situation. He can't understand what to do in this situation. So instead of him helping to beat Sammy down, he leaves. Nobody can get in touch with Jey Uso for almost a week. Friday Night Smackdown comes up, and it's supposed to be the Usos defending the championship against Braun Strowman and Ricochet. The Usos do defend because Jey shows up. And Sammy was there that night. Elimination Chamber pops up. Similar situation. Referees knocked out. Everybody's wrestling. Jimmy comes out there to help Roman. And then Jey Uso shows up. The chair is handed to Jey Uso, and he hesitates to use it. He's mushed and mauled by his cousin like, you supposed to do what I tell you. Stop acting like you know what's best for you. You know I know everything. Stop it. Get your ass in there and do what the fuck I'm telling you to do. And as they start arguing, Sami Zayn's trying to spear and accidentally hits Jey Uso with the spear. So now that you're caught up, we're here tonight and we're waiting. Jimmy Uso comes out there and has a conversation with the audience, but he's more specifically talking to his brother. He says, I understand that you are torn with your decision, but I need you to come out here and face me like a man and tell me what's up. He said, I got your back no matter what your decision is. You my brother. But just like you needed me to have your back, I need you to have mine. As he continued to talk, Sami Zayn is the one who comes out there, not Jey Uso. So the plot thickens. Sami comes out there and he's like, hey, listen, I know you're upset with me. But he's like, and I know you wanted to talk to your brother. But he said that term brother, he said it really hurts to hear, especially when you did what you did to me at Royal Rumble. He said it didn't take nothing for you to turn on me. I thought we was cool. He said before Jey Uso was even on my side, even cared about me, you were the one who was right there with me. You was the one who gave me the moniker, the honorary Oos, the Oosie shit. You was supporting everything I was doing. You knew I was down for y'all like 4 flats on a Cadillac. Like, what's up, bruh? How could you do that to me? And Jimmy like, man, you selfish. It's all about you, isn't it? He said, what did you expect me to do? You hit Roman in the back with a chair. That's my family. He said, I have to do what I have to do for my family. And you know this. He said, why would you put me in this position? I did what I had to. I did what I was supposed to. So Sami says, you know what? I can't even be mad at you for that. You might be right. But he like, real talk. You know better than anyone that this shit Roman doing ain't right. And you know full well that he is not going to stop. It's going to keep going. This bloodline shit is destroying everything. And it needs to come down. He said there's no shade against you or Jimmy. He said the same thing I said to Jimmy is the same thing I'm going to say to you. You don't have to keep staying in this. You can leave. You don't have to be a part of this. You don't have to keep being used and manipulated. And he says all of this you talking about with you being family. He said, I'll tell you what family doesn't do. Family doesn't force you to keep proving yourself every time you turn around or force you to walk around here and act like they owe you, like you owe them something, or manipulate you every turn, every wake, every moment, finding ways to fuck with you. They don't do you like that because you're supposed to be family. So we look to the crowd and Jey Uso was up in the stands again, sitting down, watching them two argue with each other. And that's when Jimmy Uso attacks him. He attacks him and beats him down. He's looking for his brother to come down, and Jey Uso slowly makes his way down to the bottom of the barricade. As that happens, they get over in the corner, and Jimmy's standing there looking to his brother coming down, and that's when he get haluva kicked in the face. Solo comes running out, and that's when you get the key moment, because Jey Uso had ample time to jump the barricade and either stop this or attack Sami Zayn, and he did neither. He stood right there. While Jimmy and Solo were in the ring, Sami was able to jump the barricade in another part of the crowd and leave. He was standing back in the crowd in another part while Jey Uso was standing right by the barricade. He never moved. He never said a word. And that's how the show went off. Roman was nowhere to be found. He was not there. So there was no authority for the bloodline other than what we saw. And that was it. That was it. So now we're stuck in this little fucking bubble of trying to figure out how this is going to play out. It's an ingenious play. I have to give it to him. Because if it was me, I settle this shit right now. Jey Uso would have kicked Sami Zayn in the face. And that would have been the end of that. He'd have hugged his brother, and they would have made it look like the bloodline was intact. But that don't seem to be the case. That don't seem to be it, Jared. Okay? Something is wrong here. Something is very off. When your own twin brother does not come in the ring, when a person is kicking you in the face, y'all got problems. Now, next week, Roman Reigns is supposed to show up. And he said since Jimmy didn't settle this and make this plain for him and everybody else, he was going to take care of it personally. I don't like that because that means somebody is getting their ass kicked. And usually, Solo is the one who is attacking somebody. I don't know what they're going to do, but if Cody ass don't show up next Friday, it's going to be a problem for me. At some point, Cody and Roman have to come face to face. This can't just be sidelining you on Raw and then Paul Heyman is doing all the legwork and you don't show up on Roman's turf to prove that you're ready to battle with the big man. This can't work like that. So I am praying that Cody Rhodes' ass get his blonde hair and pack up Liberty and fucking Brandy and y'all get your asses on the road and show up to SmackDown next week because y'all got fucking work to do. If you're not careful, the storyline with the bloodline is going to outweigh the story with you. And that ain't what you want. You need to show your ass up and make sure Roman sees you. Damn what's going on with his cousins, because that is not of your concern. Your only concern is that championship, and he got something you want. So if your punk ass gonna stay on Raw, giving us promo after promo, fine. But you burying yourself by doing that. If Rhea Ripley's dark elf looking ass can get up and take her and that pussy dangling bitch she called a boyfriend over there at the motherfucking SmackDown and just standing there not saying a damn word, then your ass can get over there on SmackDown and cause a ruckus too. Y'all got to attack him in tandem. Roman already is in control of both of the highest belts in the company. There is nothing anybody can do about it because he rightfully owns them. There's nothing you can do, but you can make him as uncomfortable as possible. Now, Paul Heyman done brought his thick ass to your show twice and disrespected you on 2 different occasions. One of them was in your face, and the other time he was backstage holding up his fucking chin. Now, I don't know how many times you need to be disrespected before boots get to asses, but after the one infraction, you don't get another time to disrespect me. Now, Cody, get your shit together. Okay, I don't know what the fuck Brandy telling you, but I'm telling you, get your shit together. You got 36 motherfucking days. Your ass better show up on SmackDown at some point. And the perfect time is to show up next week. The man got so much shit going on. You are an afterthought to him. And I couldn't have that. It wouldn't be me. I'd be like, damn, Sami Zayn, you think your problem is Sami Zayn? Sami Zayn is not your issue. I am the one who's charged with taking the titles off of you. And if you're more concerned with Sami and Kevin, then you have really underestimated what I am capable of. And I'm going to show you just how ruthless I can be. I would dismantle you piece by piece. Simple. And that's Smackdown. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is Smackdown. You like it? I did good. I did good today. Yeah. I did good, man. I did good. Yeah. I gotta found it. There's the bitch. That storyline had me tore up. You better serve this recap, bitch. You gotta know how it starts so you can see how it ends. She said, you better tell the story, bitch. They gotta know something. You gotta know the story so you can understand it. Okay? Oftentimes, so much shit be happening that you really forget how deep this shit goes. But there was a lot that happened with the bloodline and Sami Zayn and everything that they did piece by piece leading up to now. It's a lot. It is a lot. Cody got to show up and get Roman together because you know his head ain't all the way there. I'm telling you. It's just he at this point it's inevitable. He most definitely has to show up there. Because he just can't keep going it. He can't keep going at this rate. Nobody's gonna care if he doesn't. I don't know what Triple H and them is on, but if he don't show up at least next Friday, because Monday Night Raw ain't gonna do it. Raw not gonna do it. I'm gonna let Nicole in here because I don't watch AEW, so I don't know nothing about it. The link is in the comments. I know nothing about what MJF said to Daniel Bryan. I saw them two fools brawling though. I did see that, and I saw Pat Buck out there. He is such a you always notice him like right off the bat, him and that red hair.
Oh my gosh. I'm trying to. Okay, I'm gonna recap. Um, Daniel Bryan's and MJF's promo. So Revolution card looks cute. I missed like 2 weeks AEW and I feel all the sorts because I love Revolution. That's my favorite pay-per-view that they do. And Tony better not fuck it up this year being messy. I'm gonna whoop his ass. Um but anyways, so Daniel Bryan comes out, was like blah blah blah. I'm here to take title off MJ, just same shtick that he's been doing for forever. Whatever. So MJF comes out and he just don't look right. And he goes on this story about how he is the way he is because every single time he has told someone he loved them or gave a part of himself to someone, they have either left him shit on him or both.
Mm.
And how he was like, I literally gave my whole heart, got down on my knees and gave this woman my heart, and she decides she does not want to do it anymore.
Was that did his fiance really? That was real. That wasn't
I
like
think it's real
storyline?
because they don't follow each other on social. They don't follow each other on social media, and she like took out like all the pictures she had with them and like their engagement picture and all that other stuff.
No.
And I think Ryan Satin, not Ryan Satin. I mean, same person basically. I think Sean Ross Sapp confirmed that they did break up.
Oh, that's
Yeah. So he was like, he's like, and he's like, I have lost everything that I have ever loved, and I can't love anything, and nothing loves me back. He said, this is all I have. And he was like, yet you sit here. He's like, but look at you. He was like, you come back here. He was like, these people chant your name, do the little hand motions and blah, blah, blah. But every time you come in here, you slowly are killing yourself. He was like, it was to the point where you were literally, he's like, you were literally had so many concussions. He was like, you did not know where the fuck you were at, foaming at the mouth.
Jesus.
And to the point where where they had to force you to retire. He's like, yet he's like, you have a beautiful wife who loves you and adores you. He said, you have two wonderful children who love and adore you. He said, but yet he's like, or not fame hungry, but he's like, you are so starved for attention that you put yourself in danger
Huh.
just to get a pop from these people.
Mm.
He's like, you have everything I have ever wanted. He's like, but you want to take the only thing that I have. And he was like, how fucking dare you?
I mean,
I was like,
did he lie
he did not tell.
though?
I
I
was like,
mean,
one thing MJF gonna do. He
he
might
don't
tell
read,
he
baby.
might tell a fib, but he ain't gonna tell a lie.
He ain't gonna lie.
He might fib a little bit, but he ain't gonna tell a lie.
That man read your ass for filth.
And Daniel Bryan said some shit, but I was like, you can't even come back from that.
You really can't.
You should have just called it a day and went in the back.
How do
I would
you
just call it a day.
respond to that?
I would just turn around. I'd be like, you know what? I ain't got nothing to say. I would have gave my mic to that ring announcer man, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go home.
Jesus.
So I don't
Karen
need to be here
said
no
that
more.
she loved that picture of Bianca.
I love that picture of Bianca. I'm gonna use it for everything.
Everybody that sees the videos playback when I have Nicole in, they always like, "What is that a picture of?" Like Bianca and her perfect glutes.
Oh,
Cheeks for days.
Them glutes.
But yeah, he got him together, and I was like, you know what? And I was like, I literally do not. I was like, Brian literally can't say anything back from that. When he was saying the foaming in the mouth, I said, oh, he's going there. But then I was like, I love Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan is one of my goats. But I've been saying for years he should not be wrestling.
I agree.
I said he should not be wrestling because Bree's gonna end up having to wipe his ass in less than 20 years. And I don't wish that on nobody, but I'm being dead fucking for real.
I agree. Sorry, I'm clipping my nails.
No, I just got done doing my nails too for tomorrow. I was like, she's gonna end up having to take care of that man for most of their marriage.
Oh my gosh. That's damn. He got damn. That was
I was like, girl.
One thing MJF gonna do. He gonna read. Now Ricky Starks, he couldn't read. He couldn't get Ricky Starks together.
Yeah,
Ricky
he
Starks
couldn't
had
read
his
Ricky
ass.
Starks. And then it was for a second like Daniel Bryan was sitting here like, I'll be damned.
He got me. This motherfucker got me. Jesus.
Public Enemies podcast tweeted a clip of that Smackdown when they were saying, they were like, well, since Black History Month's almost over, so we're going to repost that clip where The Rock was on the Jumbotron and he was getting Hulk Hogan together. And then someone in the comments was like, I mean, it hurt my feelings too. I was watching that and I was like, dang, that was such a read. I feel like he was talking to me, even if that had nothing to do with me. I said that shit had nothing to do with me. But he reposted that, and somebody in the comments was like, if I was Hogan after that promo, I would have left my boots in the ring and went home.
Not you leave your boots in there. Retiring?
Yeah. Shit, if I was Daniel Bryan, that's what I would have done. I said, you know what? I'm good. I'm gonna take these shits off.
You are right, sir. I do have a beautiful family.
I was like, you know what? You're right. I said, Tony, you just mail my last check to me.
Put these back.
I said, just mail me my last check.
Damn. I mean, he not wrong. And given his current status. Like, that was a real emotional promo right there. I think that's the most vulnerable and real I've ever heard MJF being.
Because he probably feels like that. He's like, who are you? Not Eric Bischoff living on this fucking ranch.
Child.
This fat dog.
They say Bischoff is living his best life, honey.
He is. This is a nice, cute little ranch, and this fat dog. That dog is on a diet, Eric. Come on now.
Oh, that dog happy.
That dog's stomach is almost dragging on the ground. Come on now. Oh, let me tweet him.
No, I'm telling you.
Put that damn dog on a diet, Eric. Come on now.
That's brutal. I need to see MJF saying this shit.
Hold on, I'm gonna find it.
Somewhere. But damn.
Hold on, I'm gonna try to find it real quick and send it to you.
She said, Nicole, please. You gonna tweet that? Tweet Eric Bischoff and tell him to put his dog on a damn diet. Not respect your papa. Did y'all see the shit that Santos put on Twitter?
Yeah, he always be dragging Dom. Every time he say something, he drag him.
Period. Somebody need to, because his punk ass daddy is all scary as shit, crying and shit. Woo, child. I ain't know none of that was happening. Because I was wondering, I'm like, okay, they did all this build up for Starks and had everything built up for them. And then they switched Starks off of him and put him on Jericho. And then I heard that Ricky Starks tricked Jericho. He tricked him into a match. So I was like, okay. Nothing wrong with that, baby. Give me that nail file right there. It's right there next to the hand sanitizer. I'm like, okay, nothing wrong with that, but what happened to Starks going up against MJF? And how did it switch off to Brian?
Oh, I found it. I'm about to send it to you.
Okay. I was like, damn. What had happened here? And I know Alexis had stopped watching it for a while, especially since she started school. So I was like,
I mean, I've been consistent. I usually AEW was the show that I was most consistent with, funnily enough, because I either usually didn't end up working on Wednesdays, or when I did work, I was opening. So it was on. I'm about to send it in the fam group chat.
All right.
So when I got off of work, I was just catching it. So I would only lose like a few, like 10, 15, 20 minutes at best.
The last couple of weeks, though, you've been working.
Yeah, but the last like couple weeks I've been working on Wednesdays. So specifically working nights on Wednesdays. Oh, Scott Hall, this makes me sad.
Yeah, babes.
And he's fine as hell with that hairy ass chest.
I think he's the reason. It wasn't him. It was somebody else that I really despised chest hair. Because I used to think it was hot because he had it. It was somebody else.
He had a lot, but it didn't look like, how do I explain it?
It didn't look like taco meat. It didn't look balled up.
Yeah, it looks like he conditioned it or something.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna edit. I got I don't know what Daniel Bryan said after that, but child, I wouldn't have said a damn thing. I'd have been whooping his ass. Cause ain't no way.
But where was the lie though?
Ain't no lie in it. I mean, we've been saying that for a while though. And motherfuckers told me I was hating. So I'm saying the only reason why he left the E was because they wouldn't let him wrestle like he wanted to. He went over to AEW and he was able to go over and, go overseas and do extra shit. He's allowed to do that. All I said was when he wrestled Roman, they shouldn't have made that match at Mania a triple threat. In my opinion, they should have left it between Edge and Roman. That was the end of that. But Daniel Bryan, he weaseled his way into that. My thing is, Daniel Bryan should have hung it up a while ago. After he had that long run with the championship and gave Kofi the championship, that should have been it for you. One-off matches every now and then, cool. You might have your little cute feud every now and then. That's fine. You don't have to be in no authority position, or anything like that. But like, you do have 2 kids to think about. You do have like a whole life ahead of you. Like you are
barely
not in a position to be like, okay, like you're not like Randy Orton where it's a physical problem. It's you got actual brain issues. Like you suffer from CTE. So why are you continuing and then you still wrestle like a madman? And that's what kills me. It's like you're still going out there, you're still fighting and wrestling like there's nothing wrong with you. And everybody in the audience is just egging that shit on.
it's crazy.
He ain't lie. He was real strong with it, but
And my thing is, you know what? No, I'm not going to say this because I'm going to get your shit taken down. I'll say it in the group chat.
At this point, I already got to edit this shit out because AEW real swift with the intellectual property strikes. They don't hit you with a copyright.
Because if he do something like who did, I do not want to hear it from anybody.
Well, yeah,
and that's what scares me sometimes because I really think about that every once in a while.
I can understand that, but I would hope that that's not the case.
No,
and that
I don't want that to ever happen. I don't want that on none of them. But then I worry a lot. Every once in a while, I'll pop up and I say, "Oof, man."
The fans, they'll praise him either way.
Oh, it'd be even worse.
Yeah, but like his wrestling though. And then they say shit like, well, how come they don't never have no story on this guy? And you're like, what are you talking about?
It'd be like, be fucking for real.
Like, are you serious? Like, they definitely should do one on him. Like, why are y'all ignoring what this man did? Like, what? I truly despise that.
They love doing that shit. And I'm like, are y'all on crack? Like, what is going on over here?
Oh, that's messy, but that right there, oof. He looked like he was disheveled. He came out there, clothes wasn't even buttoned up, barely had the scarf on like he normally do. That was not a regular MJF promo. That motherfucker's unhinged. I was like, oh wow, honey. Maybe we maybe we should have washed up, took a shower, cleared our head before we came out there talking like that about that man's family. I mean, he wasn't lying. But damn, I beat your ass. I beat your ass. Now I understand why Daniel Bryan was on his ass, so he was like, okay, you gonna talk shit about me. Well, technically, he didn't really talk shit. He kind of spoke a truth that was just real loud. But that crowd was not trying to hear you. Them AEW people they're a breed. I'll say that. Because, I mean, if somebody, I know MJF a heel, but you don't appeal to him in any way when he said what he said.
Yeah, like he's not like he was lying.
Like, because I'd have been standing there like, wait a minute now. I mean, he kind of got a point. Like he like, this all I got left in life. You got everything you could ever want, and it's still not enough for you. I'm like, sometimes the Lord sends us messages, and even
He's speaking through you. Let him speak through you.
Okay, the messages don't always come in perfect form, honey. But sometimes you get them messages. And them messengers be ugly. Ooh, they be ugly. I don't know what to tell y'all. But that's messy, honey. Revolution will be good, I guess. I mean, I'm still trying to understand what happened with Starks and him and how Jericho got involved in this. And they could have just started with Jericho and Starks from the beginning.
My thing is, yeah, they did that backwards. I think they were like, uh-oh, because I think they realized they probably want him to drop to Ricky eventually.
Mm-hmm. It was just too early.
And they freaked out and they're like, oh shit, this is too early.
Fair. They realized how good it was between the two of them, how good Starks was, and they was just like, okay, we might want to scale this back a bit. So what else is happening at Revolution? Because that's all I know about. I don't even know what's happening with the
Revolution. There's the Jamie Hayter is going to be in a triple threat match with her, Saraya, and Ruby Soho.
So Ruby's getting a shot. Good for Ruby.
Yeah.
I hope she wins.
God, Moxley and fucking. I'm so sick of Mox, and I love Hangman, but they need to hang that shit up.
They're still fighting? I thought Moxley and Hangman
they got
done.
It's like a Texas some bullshit. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear it. And then there's going to be a trios championship match with the Elite versus House of Black, which I think is probably going to be pretty good.
Who do you think is going to win? House of Black?
I can't believe I'm saying this. I would keep it on the Elite.
What? Why?
I think they're doing, who am I right now? They're doing a really good job with them. Yeah, and they haven't had them that long. They just got them.
Like a few months back?
No, they just got them like a month ago. If that.
They've only had the titles for a month?
Yeah. Because Death Triangle had them. That's who they won them from.
Yeah, but I thought that was some months ago.
No, that's just like a month ago.
Huh.
Maybe 2 months at best.
So how long has this feud with House of Black been happening with the Elite?
Like right when they finished. Like it has not been happening for long.
Okay, so it could kind of be extended.
Yeah.
Because they got a couple PLEs between the next major PLE that they have. Like they put a lot of TV PLEs on. So they got a couple of those coming. Like they got that beach one that they usually do, and then there's a couple in between Revolution and the next PLE. So I mean, they got time to extend it out. So if they win at Revolution, good for them. I mean, the Elite can keep it, I guess. Because I thought they had been fighting for a while. I didn't know this was just like a recent beginning of the feud. So what's Jay doing?
Jay's literally, I mean, they're not really doing much for her right now. I mean, she still has her streak, but they don't have there's nobody to go against her.
She beat Velvet?
Yeah, she been beat Velvet. That's what I said. I said they need to take that title off of her, or she needs to drop it so she can go in the main title picture. Because at this point, especially how dominant that she's been, because it's literally been a year now, she has to get in that title picture. It don't make now it's starting like, oh, it's like, okay, it don't make sense now. Like, she needs to be in that title picture. And then who's all in this match, and it has like a weird title. It's like something last chance. Gosh, what is it called? It's the weirdest fucking title. Oh, I don't know. It's a weird last chance or last survivor
So when is Revolution?
ladder match. Yeah, Revolution. So it's like whoever wins that ladder match gets the next opportunity. The face of the Revolution ladder match. That's what it's called.
Oh, okay. It's Face of Revolution.
Oh, actually, I'm lying. It's going to be on Dynamite. So whoever wins that gets a shot at the AEW World Title, but it's the most random fucking assortment of people. It's dumb. No interest in it. So I'm glad it's not at Revolution, actually. And then you got Samoa Joe versus Wardlow.
Oh, that's Ring of Honor stuff?
No. That's a TNT. Well, he still has a Ring of Honor championship. He's only defending the TNT championship. Yeah.
Okay.
And then all the girls got some cute renders. And then the AEW World Tag Team Championship, and it has the Guns, Jeff Jarrett, Jay Lethal.
Why?
The Acclaimed, and the winner of the Casino Tag Team Battle Royale. I think that's going to be on Wednesday too, and then that's going to be the fourth team in the tag team. I want it to go back to the Acclaimed, but depending on who wins the Battle Royale, I might want it to go to them.
It's a Texas death match between Moxley and Page.
I'm sick of both of them right now.
What the fuck does that mean?
It means we're tired. I'm tired of you. I'm tired of your wife. I need you both to go home for a little bit and not talk to nobody. And fucking sit there. Go play with that baby. Who is watching the baby? She's on camera being messy all the time, and you bleeding everywhere on camera.
All
Who is watching that baby?
Like, I love Moxley, but I think at least in the E that shit was contained. And now he could just go buck wild. He needs that. A Texas death match is similar to a last man standing match. The only difference being that you must be pinned and then a 10 count is initiated. What? If the person pinned fails to get up by the 10 count of 10, the participant loses the match. Are y'all serious?
That's the last man standing match.
Yeah, but in a last man standing, you don't get pinned. You just
that shit's a mess.
You do the 10 count. What? Who invented this? Dory Funk. Khan. No, it says Dory Funk invented it. The Texas death match was recently reported as the brainchild of Dory Funk, promoter and longtime champion of the Amarillo territory and father of the legendary match wrestlers Terry Funk and Dory Funk Jr.
Just because you gave birth to Terry Funk don't mean you can do no wonky matches.
This match is ridiculous. I don't like it.
No, I no interest. That's literally my bathroom break. If any fucking thing is going to be a bathroom break, is going to be that match for me.
I just want to know, like, what are they doing with her? Like, Jade's your most dominant champion, male or female. She is your most dominant champion. She should be on this card.
She should be on that card. They need to take that belt off of her, and she needs to go after Jamie.
I agree.
Because now it's starting not to make sense. Because she's talking, but her thing is like, now it's like, oh, these girls got to see me, blah blah. I'm not seeing them, but also it's like at the same time,
like why?
Why? Because you beating everybody. Bitch, there's nobody to see her because she's beating everybody.
Yeah, and you're part of the division. You've gone through everybody that you can go through. You're the one who's now looking up, and you gotta make a move.
It's so weird seeing Paige or Saraya on a match card now. It's so weird.
With what I saw, she said in some interview that she had an idea, and I don't know if she was joking or not.
No, she was so serious.
That wasn't a joke?
No, she was not joking.
Okay, so her thing was, she said she wanted intergender wrestling to be a thing in AEW, which, to Alexis's credit, I agree that does fit their aesthetic. I was fine with that. Where she lost me was how her boyfriend, and she was just like, I really also want to have my boyfriend have a match with Jericho, and I want him to win. And I was like, what? How did you go from the intergender thing to your boyfriend now working with AEW and winning a match against Chris Jericho? I said, okay. I thought she was joking, but Nicole said she was being serious.
No, she was. I wish she wasn't serious. It's just crazy. It's just, I don't. The funny thing is, for some reason, her theme song, well, it's not, well, her theme song is an actual song. Her song is Zombified, but I forgot what her boyfriend's band name is. But for some reason, that plays all the time in the kitchen at my job.
Oh, Lord.
Anytime they play like a station, like Amazon station that's like in that like genre, that song always pops up. And then like one of my cooks, they're like, how do you know this song? And I was like, this is Saraya's theme song. And then they're like, everybody rolls their eyes because they're just like, oh my God, Nicole's talking about wrestling again.
That's fucked up. But I've gotten that look before.
Oh no, I get it all the time at work.
That shit sucks because they're always looking at me weird. And then they'll sit right there and start talking about fucking Pokemon cards.
Yeah, like they'll sit there and they'll be like, they'll look at me or like what they be like side eye, but then they'll sit there and talk about not Minecraft, something just as bad, fucking Roblox, like
Roblox.
Yeah, talk about he got some just spent like $30 on Robux. I was like, you're fucking. I said you can't be. I said be fucking for real. If you want to say something to me.
That should be taking me out. You'd be like, are you fucking kidding me? You'll literally argue about your fictional basketball player on 2K. And then look at me like I'm crazy because I watch wrestling. Bitch, you're not a power forward. You're not even on the bench, sir. Like, go to hell, goddamn it.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, y'all ain't got. I said that's why I'd be like, y'all know. I said, you know what? None of us y'all ain't serious.
I, I'll be ready to go to war with people. Like, why are you still watching wrestling? Like, wrestling isn't real.
Yeah, like it
Neither
was. Well, no, one of my coworkers, he low key started admitting that he watches wrestling.
he's starting to admit it.
Yeah, because I would like talk about it, but he would like never say nothing. And then like we just started talking one day, and he was like, "Oh, not Elimination Chamber, whatever was the last pay-per-view." And he was like, "Did you watch that?" I was like, "Yeah." Oh, it was Royal Rumble.
Mm.
Well, I no, it wasn't that he didn't act like. I think he started watching it again very recently. So he's like trying to like catch up or whatnot. But
Getting back into it.
yeah, he's starting to like get back into it. Because he was like, yeah, I watch it for forever, but then he was like, people are like, oh well,
Sorry.
it's fake, and I was like, you watch Marvel movies,
Mm.
you watch a Batman movie,
It's fake.
it's the same shit.
That's all I be saying.
That's why I
That's
don't understand
all.
when people would get. It's funny, like watching this NWO doc and like them talking about like their significance. Because like I think I sent a tweet out on our account because I was talking about like, you know, what's a wrestling shirt that you always like get questions about, or so, or like you know, like regular people like come up to you about or like compliment or whatever, and mine's is always my NWO shirt.
Everybody know NWO.
Anytime I wear that, I literally always have of at least 4 or 5 people be like, oh, I like your shirt, oh, I used to love NW, like all the time. I was at work, whatever day I wore it. I was at work, and literally the first like out, not like 30 minutes I was at work, 2 people said something about my shirt.
I'm not surprised.
I need to get another one though, because this one was like, I need to retire it. It was getting a little dingy. I low key want an outsider shirt, but I know them shit's expensive. Let me go on Vince's website.
Excuse me. Well, child, we got the whole weekend, and then Monday's coming up, and we'll see how this all play out on Monday. But Monday, the only thing we got to look forward to Monday is we're gonna see if they're gonna force Damage Control to drop those tag team titles to Becca and Lita.
I mean, my thing is, I said they should have let them. They should drop it to them on, because like low key, and then like Becky was high key right. Like I don't remember the last time they defended them.
They haven't defended them in a while.
And it's like, okay, like let drop it to Becky and Lita. Give Lita her last belt.
Fair.
Yeah, give her last belt. Bring up a team from NXT.
Rico wanted it to be Toxic Attraction, but
No. I look, it should be they need a
they can do
personality. They need to get a manager.
ooh,
I would
Kaylin
like
and
Casey and
Katana.
Kaden, but someone has to talk for them.
I agree. It should be Robert Stone.
Yes. Turn them heel.
Yeah,
They can still have that same gimmick. You
yeah.
just gotta rework it a little bit because he's getting sick of Von Wagner anyways. So pull Robert Stone. He'll be good on TV.
I agree.
And then have them take the town, because you know they shouldn't. They shouldn't have split up Toxic Trash. I'm still mad about that.
via heel New Day. I think New Day should be turned heel as well. They've been a face a while. They've been begging to go heel. And I think it'll work for them. They don't have to be champion again for a while. Because I mean, haven't they been champion like 18 times?
Mm-hmm.
Like they don't have to be champion again. But they can definitely be a heel faction that can get some wins, get close to the championship, but don't necessarily get them. Like do something with them so that they can help build up the other teams because you don't really have much of a men's tag team division either. And Don's thing was once Ciampa comes back, you could put DIY back together as a heel faction. And while I was at first, I was like, no, because like Ciampa could be a really good heel on SmackDown.
I forgot. Yeah, what's wrong with him?
Some type of leg injury. It didn't have nothing to do with his neck. It was something with his knee or his leg, something. But he's been gone for a while. And I was like, I thought about it after he said it, and I was like, you know what? That might not be bad, but I really wanted Ciampa to like run roughshod on SmackDown.
Yeah. If he comes back, I do want DIY together because I think they're a fantastic tag team. And the tag team division needs it more than he needs to be running around crazy, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I said with this draft, and they got plenty of people in their performance center that are doing well, and on NXT, what's that shit? Like next level, what that bullshit?
Level up.
They need a good chunk of that roster.
Don said they can add Dexter and DIY as an enforcer and make them like a real dominant heel tag team.
No, just make them all a faction again. Except for just add Ciampa.
Add
Have
Ciampa.
Candice.
Make the way be
Dexter,
a big thing again.
Call up Jesus Christ, call up what's her nuts? Indy, call her ass up. Just make them one faction.
What are you gonna do with Theory? Put him back or leave him out?
No, shit, hell no. Ciampa will replace Theory.
Oh, okay. I'm not mad at that. I'm not. I just want that heel NXT Ciampa on the main roster.
They can be heel. They can be heels. Just have them all turn heel.
I want that.
But they gotta stay on Raw. They're gonna be heels. They have to stay on Raw. There's too many on SmackDown. Most of the roster on SmackDown is heels.
That's what I've been trying to tell people, and I'm just like,
that's why I don't like watching SmackDown.
It's heel heavy, and then on top of that,
and I love heels, but it's like too
the
much.
heels. There are no faces that get any traction on SmackDown.
And if they don't want to call up Indy, you've seen the exchange that Candice had with Nikki. So Nikki crazy ass in there with him.
Well, you could. Nikki.
I don't know why they acting like. I don't know why Hunter is acting like he's so scared to pull people from Shawn, especially with how NXT is ran out. Like half of that roster that's on TV needs to go up.
I agree.
The creeds need to go up.
Yes.
Hell, no, they can stay. The Indoshire or whatever, they can stay there for a little bit. They can pull up. Who's them 2D girls?
Ooh, Malik?
Yeah, the one with that dumb WWE tattoo.
I don't think he really has it.
Because he was just wrestling without a shirt on.
Yeah, he was wrestling Tuesday, and he didn't have that WWE tattoo.
Okay. Actually, no, they might need to stay there for a little bit. Hell, I would take, and this sounds crazy, I would take them belts off of Gallus and call up Gallus.
I'd pull Pretty Deadly in a minute over Gallus. It's no shade.
I would pull both of them. Actually, no, Gallus could stay down there for a little bit. Pretty Deadly needs to go.
I agree.
Indy needs to go. Whatever JC and Gigi is doing, both them hoes need to go. Casey and Kaden need to go.
Yeah.
If Karen, if
When
if
Roxanne
not
dropped
Cameron,
that
why do I
title,
keep
she
trying to
should
call him
leave.
Cameron Grimes?
Who are you talking about? They say
Not
Cameron.
not Cameron
Cameron.
Grimes. What the hell is his name? Carmelo.
Carmelo, yeah. Well, I
Yeah.
think Carmelo's gonna be the next champ.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, if he um I was like, if he don't win the NXT championship, whoever don't win for the NXT championship, whether him or Braun, that person needs to go up.
I think Brian Breaker definitely is going up.
Yeah. I'm trying to think who else is down there. I'm sick of being down there.
Zoe can go up. I don't see no reason for her to stay in NXT.
Yeah, she got no reason to be down there no
I don't
more
think
either.
she
She's
ever gonna
fine.
be champion.
She's ready.
So
Yeah, they're not.
yeah,
I don't think they're gonna make her. I don't think they're gonna make her women's champion, so she can go.
yeah, Zoe can
She's really
go.
like she's good. Like she'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Who's another one?
Roxanne. When Roxanne dropped the title, she
She
definitely
needs
can
to go
go.
up immediately.
Um,
I don't need her to linger and have another feud. No, she needs to take her. They need to pack her shit up.
yeah,
They said, okay, we'll you be at TV on Monday or Friday.
I think JD McDonough can go.
Have him fight with Finn because I'm sick of Finn fighting with fucking Edge.
Child. Tyler Bate can go. A lot of people can go up, honestly. Just about half of that roster. And then they can spread them out to fill out that roster, and then they can start all over again, rebuilding, introducing new people. You still got Soul down there, Lash is still down there. Nikita will be getting herself together after her year is up. You have Valentina Feroz, who's a decent wrestler. She's not a bad wrestler at all. Wendy's a decent wrestler.
Kiana.
Yep, you got Kiana,
there.
you building up Tiffany Fox. You giving up Tiffany Stratton. You got that Fallon down there. Fallon's great. You got plenty of people to refill that roster where it needs to be. Briggs and Jensen.
As much shit as I give them, they're okay.
They're a good team, but
they need to stay down there for a little bit longer.
I think they should stay down there in NXT too. Who else? Isla Dawn and Alba Fire definitely need to go up. They need to go.
Oh, that's another one. Yeah, immediately. Both of them don't need to be there no more.
Hell no. Tiffany Stratton need to keep her ass where she at. And the less I see her on the main roster right now.
She has some stuff that she needs to work on. She's not bad. Who is it who did something crazy? And I was like, what was it Sol Ruka?
I don't know. But she had some kind of move she did. That
I think it was her. And also, bitch, what the fuck? I said, he was crazy. So that's what I'm saying. Like I don't even think it was her. It was like someone else who was new. So that like they have a really good crop of people. Who tweeted it? I think it was like Big Titty Taryn. Like she retweeted of like somebody doing something crazy in the performance center. And she was like, she said Shawn Michaels down there is literally like, she's like, what did he say is he doing? She was like, she's like, why is Shawn Michaels down there making fucking super soldiers? She's like, what is going on down there now?
I don't know, but
all of them, it's crazy.
But you know what? One thing insane. It's real smart though. They we don't want to get the guys or the girls off of the indies. They're mad at us when we got the indies, which fair. So we're gonna go ahead and build our stars from the ground up. So they taking all them damn college kids and just creating the stars they want.
It's wild. Grayson.
Yeah, Grayson can go up.
Yeah, he can go up too.
He got a big
He ain't
mouth.
doing nothing now but arguing with Shawn Michaels.
Right. Now they
I
got
do
a
that for
whole
free.
ass segment planned out at Roadblock with him and Shawn Michaels. Which I'm pretty sure is gonna lead to Grayson Waller attacking him. And then I don't know where it's gonna go next.
Yeah, because I don't even think Shawn can take bumps.
It was probably so Ruka because she had that imploding cutter. Was she in the ring doing it?
I don't know what it is, but I was like, bitch, what is this?
Let me see if I can find it.
I don't know what it was, but it was like, that was some of the craziest shit I ever seen. I ain't never seen no shit like this.
That girl name is Big Titty Taryn. I can't.
I fucking love her. That's my favorite. That's high key like my favorite wrestling account.
This heifer said Bully Ray is literally an average white and fat man who just think he is as good. He is a good heel because he yells. Not the reads.
She be low key reading people. It'd be like I would look at a tweet and then she would have been tweet. It's like something at 4:00 in the morning. I was like, why are you reading people at 4 a.m.?
She
like
is
that?
tripping. We're getting that word life theme in 2K23. That's a mess.
I want to see if I can find that tweet. Because that, like, I was crying. Like, I was like, ain't no way.
Oh, the girls was fighting back then. That Monday Night Raw in 2020, when Ruby jumped over the table at Liv and they all was fighting and shit. Liv dove on Ruby like she was a motherfucking superhero. Them hoes was scrapping. Wow. The shit she tweeted is ridiculous.
I'm trying to find that tweet because I remember this bar rescue clip is out of pocket.
Sasha and fucking Naomi are just sitting there.
Because I'd be so fucking mad because I'm like, and Mercedes was like, I just wanted her shot and her fries. I said, because I would have cussed somebody out. I was like, can someone go get my food while y'all over here? I said, I don't need y'all to have an intervention right now. I need somebody back there making my fries.
At this point, with what you heard was going on with the damn drinks, I don't even want it no more. Just give me my money back. I don't even want it no more. Wrestle Purist voted for 2020. In my nail.
No, that's what you know what the fuck it was. This is what the kids taught.
Wrestle Purist's worst gimmick of 2022 went to the Maxim male models Uncle Howdy, Kip Sabian, Joe Gacy and the Schism, and Bray Wyatt at number 5.
Bias? Bias?
No, it's so bad. As soon I saw one account that I retweeted that they literally had WWE as the worst promotion. I was like, you know what? This is all I need to see. I'm not even gonna bother. Also, I'm not gonna bother reading nothing else for these awards, and I use that term very loosely. For the rest of, I said for the rest. Fucker. I was like, I don't need to read nothing else. I don't give a
They're
shit.
always doing something weird. Like what?
That
Everything else.
made no fucking sense. And people are like with NWA, they're like this shit's biased. Because
You
ain't
just
no
now
fucking
figuring
way.
that out.
Well, no, it's like sick. It's like now it's like it's so biased. It's just fucking insulting at this point. Like we're not fucking dumb.
Wow. Tony Storm and Riho are wrestling next week on Dynamite. I mean, okay. Keith Lee and Dustin. What's going on with Keith Lee?
He look old.
That blonde hair just makes him look old.
No, he's gray.
Wait, that's gray hair. It's
That's
not
gray
blonde.
hair.
You are lying to me.
No, I'm not. That's gray hair.
Oh, why you stop putting your box color in? Please go back to the Just for Me in Black. Please. Then you shaved off your beard. Like, what is happening? Man, come get your man. Come get him. I should have known when y'all hoes got married at Disneyland. You was gonna be on some bullshit.
Hell no.
What they did? She ran to the corner and front flips backwards into a cutter.
The Soul Snatcher.
You talking about the Soul Snatcher? That's not. I don't think that's what Nicole was talking about.
What?
Soul Ruka. So he said, Rico said, check the group chat.
Okay.
I know one thing. If I can't cannonball nobody or hit motherfuckers with
Where
that
y'all
Soul
think
Snatcher on
Jay White
23, I'm
showing
just
up?
pissed.
I thought he was going to AEW, but people keep saying no, he's going to WWE. Now I don't know if I believe that. Or
who you talking
about? Jay White.
If Jay White go to WWE, you know Kenny is gonna have a fucking fit. Now he look like Lunel, please.
No, it was not her.
I told you it wasn't. That wasn't it.
I'll find it eventually. I gotta go to Terrence because I think she tweeted, but oh my god, she tweets so fucking much. It's gonna be a nightmare trying to find.
Cause I was going through it and it was just so much.
It's too much. I'm trying to go through the likes.
Yeah, when I looked at it on Twitter, I thought his hair was blonde. It's gray. Nicole's
I told
right.
you it's gray.
I'm like, babe, that's not a look.
Mia, help him dye his damn hair.
I mean, you got the two-tone blue and black. You can help. I got a new TV show coming out called The Mayfair Witches.
AMC Plus.
All the good shit on AMC Plus. Like I want to watch Interview with a Vampire. They be having all the shit going on there. All the gay scenes is on there and shit. I'm like, damn. Let me in on this. I need to see it.
My damn coworker who was losing his damn mind.
Over what?
He started watching The Walking Dead, and he started tripping because when he was watching the show originally,
one of the main characters, I guess, was talking to the doctor in some scene where he unlocked the door. He said he didn't really go into details because it had been too much. But the doctor told him, the main character told the doctor, "Thank you, I'm grateful." And then the doctor responded back to him, "Someday you won't be." And then the episode when Negan was murking niggas.
Negan was a doctor?
No, Negan was the doctor. But when the episode when Negan was murking everybody with that damn bat, the name of the episode was called "Today You Won't Be." And today you won't be grateful. So I'm like,
how did it come full circle like that?
Right, that's what I'm saying. He was like, he didn't explain it going into how it came full circle because he said it kind of fucked the story up.
You ain't gonna watch it?
I'm not gonna watch it. You can tell me. He was like, but you might though. I'm not.
You mad disrespectful for putting that big ass hole in your story.
That's what I'm saying. I said, okay.
Like, I'm definitely gonna ask you
how
it came to that point.
I said, okay. You're not gonna tell me how it's gonna come full circle? Because you watching this. You gonna watch The Last of Us. I'm fucking it all up.
I going right there. Glenn died. He done died at the same time.
He was up there like, this nigga, how you gonna mess with The Last of Us? You ain't watched the show, bitch. I played the video game.
Hell yeah. I know what happened.
I know what happened.
I'll tell you right now, I'm gonna fuck up your whole life.
He did start watching it. And I said, don't get fond of Joel. What the fuck that's supposed to be? Just let that linger in the back of your mind.
I don't know. He dead. No straight.
I said, don't get fond of Joel.
That nigga Joel dead.
He ain't gonna be here long.
Ellie ass lose a fucking finger. And her wife leave her with that baby. There be all types of shit going down. Them motherfucking clickers and bloaters are disgusting. I can't wait. I just have to see what them bloaters look like.
Yeah. Because they got the clickers down.
They do, and they freak me the hell out.
But because season 2 got renewed. I mean, they're gonna do season 2.
Are they gonna fast forward?
I don't know. If season 2 is gonna be based off the second game, I'm wondering who the hell they're gonna have playing Abby. And then I'm wondering how the fuck they gonna do that one monster I showed you that Abby had to fight in the bottom of that hospital.
They might not do that scene. They don't have to. A lot of the gaming scenes aren't in the show.
Well, you don't necessarily have to do that particular scene, but that monster was ridiculous.
So let's say Abby have to go down there.
Because that was a big chunk of the story.
What was she going to get?
It was some information that she was trying to get. It was some information that she was trying to get from the hospital, and then also she was trying to figure out how the fuck Ellie was down there, and nothing happened to her while she was down there because that whole bottom part of the hospital is locked down because it's entirely messed up with the infected spores and shit is everywhere down there.
She gotta wear a mask where Ellie necessarily don't have to.
She don't have to.
Yeah.
So she's immune.
Right.
Okay, so like she was trying to go down there.
It was
to get what though? Because I didn't see that part. You did that downstairs when you was quarantined.
Yeah, I can't remember why the fuck she had to go down there.
Was it to get something else besides that paperwork?
It was some paperwork down there, and it was something else she was looking for that was down there, and she was the only one capable enough of going down there to get it.
I mean, whoever played Abby definitely gonna have to bulk up. Because Abby was a big bitch.
Unless they gonna do some shit where the person that decided to play Abby isn't that big, but they might be able to CGI it to make it a little bigger.
Nah, she need to be big.
I'm like,
there's a bunch of bitches who could play Abby.
Yeah. Abby was a big girl.
Like, okay. Look, hear me out. Okay. If you get somebody with Nyla Rose's build, but taller, they could play Abby. So think about how Nyla Rose is built.
Okay, hold on, because I'm drawing a blank line. Let me don't poke
It's not the fact that she's trans. It's just that she has a specific build. She's not really big up top, but she's not really big on the bottom either. She kind of has that even kill body wise, but she doesn't have her height.
Okay, I got you.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Pull back on the boobage because Nala got titties, and I forgot about the titties.
Yeah, Abby had.
Addie don't have no titties.
Man, but they showed them though.
They show her titties?
Yeah, they showed her titties.
What titties? They look like nipples. Like this.
They showed them.
Ew.
Oh shit! Did you see this? So apparently, the new Aquaman has started to have its test screenings, and people are calling it the worst DCEU movie ever.
Damn.
No, they
and
are
someone
not.
retweeted. They say, "Do you have any idea how hard it is to get the worst DCE movie ever? That has to be garbage."
Damn. It probably came from all them revisions they was doing.
Mm-hmm.
They kept changing the fucking movie.
That Shazam movie looks terrible.
The reason why I say no to Tiffany Stratton is because body-wise, she's fairly lean and muscular. Abby wasn't like that. Abby was a thick girl, but she was incredibly strong.
Abby was hit the gym every day.
She wasn't like cut like say Bianca was going to those weightlifting things. Like that was not Abby, and she definitely wasn't cut like Tiffany Stratton either, because Tiffany had a gymnast build. She just was a tall girl.
Yeah.
She still has a gymnast build. So I'm not like opposed to Tiffany's build. I think she's a beautiful girl either way. But the thing with Abby was just a very thick girl, but she had a lot of strength. She built on her strength. Like she was a big woman. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Last of Us. Okay. Go to images. Like she was really thick. So I wouldn't. Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't give her Tiffany's. I still would put somebody like Nyla Rose in there. Just because she's like, okay, this girl might fit. The girl who gave you the model for
Soul Snatcher is a fire finishing move name though.
Yeah. Let her be the girl that does the damn to be Abby. She's the one who did the model for her. I just call her ass. Shit, hold on. So y'all can see. She wore the mocap for Abby.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta watch the show, but AJ want to wait until the rest of the episodes come out and then watch them all together.
Oh, I gotta watch the Sami Zayn vlog.
They said it's real cute.
Oh, look at this baby. Oh my gosh.
So the model for Abby in The Last of Us, her name was Colleen. And I think they should just use her. I mean, she already know the damn part. She did it. Excuse me. Because you ain't going to find no actor with that build. That girl was a CrossFit. They say she's a CrossFit model. Yeah, I just let her do it. The fans went looking for an actress for Abby for The Last of Us. They say it's doing pretty good.
Dang, Nikki ASH or Nikki Cross is 76.
Yeah, child. I think they put both versions of her in that game.
I mean, I don't see why not. They had both versions in her in 22.
They got Miz in there. 2011 Miz is in there. And they got more than likely because he was going up against John.
Yeah, because that version of the
That's
Miz
how he won the championship.
is in the showcase mode. So they put him back. So that version, so 2011 Miz, which is the 90, is back on there.
Yeah, but 2023 Miz is at 82.
I think so.
I think he's at 82. He said The Last of Us has been renewed for season 2, and this is the largest week 1-2 jump in viewership in HBO history. So this was a foregone conclusion for the high scoring and its highly viewed series, which means it's one of its most popular series. It said the rating for it went up because they gained almost 200% more viewers the next week.
Boy, they got announced for season. They got renewed for season 2.
That following week, they got announced for season 2. The viewership went up by 200% on that episode.
Not surprised.
That's a lot though for it to be one. Like they was only like 3 episodes in, I think, during that announcement.
2 or 3 episodes in, something like that.
Easily, because they're not supposed to make this a long series. It's supposed to be a limited series. So they said easily one of the biggest questions is adapting part 2 is the casting of Abby, who essentially has half or more of the narrative of that game, though I won't spoil her exact role here. And fans believe they think they know who the show wants as Abby, and that would be actress Shannon Berry. The girl from Amazon's The Wild. She played Dot. Rico would definitely watch it if her ass is in there. But you know what? That's not a bad pick. But she definitely is going to have to bulk up. Because Abby was cut. Like, Abby was really, I mean, that was a hard bitch right there. But she not bad, Jared. Turn her hair blonde and give her a year and train with the CrossFit people. She can do it. Who is this? Okay, so if you never played The Last of Us, this is the character Abby on the second episode of The Last of Us. I mean, the second part of The Last of Us. And basically, Abby was a massive part of the second part of Last of Us. In fact, to not spoil it and to just give you the basics, you play half that game with her and half the game with Ellie.
You actually pay
more of the game with
bigger
Ellie.
The chunk is with Abby than it is with Ellie.
Yeah, because you go to that weird ass sacrificial lamb place, that cult place.
What she thought was the Fireflies, but it was something.
It was the cult. Different. The Fireflies gone, ain't they?
Yeah. And then Abby and old boy get caught, then it switched back to Ellie for the tail end of it.
Mm-hmm.
But a big chunk of that game,
you playing with Abby. Yeah. So this is the original model for Abby's character. She
huge fucking swerve because everybody thought because when they did the trailers for the game and stuff like that, you didn't see Abby.
No, they really fucked y'all because you had to play with the same person who
niggas was hollering. You don't play with this bitch.
I almost said it.
You don't play with this bitch.
I can't tell you because if you know, you won't watch the show. I need y'all to watch the show.
Everybody played with this heifer after what you did.
Oh, I was hot. I'm like, I know damn well they ain't making you play with her. You was like, I ain't got no choice. I was like, kill her ass right now. Kill her. I got the rope right here. Kill her. You was like, if I kill her, I'm going to lose my game. So, I want her dead.
So goddamn mad. I'm like, why? Why?
Yep, they want the girl who played Dot in The Wilds to play Abby in The Last of Us. This is who they want to play Abby in The Last of Us, to which that's not a bad pick. That's actually very, very good. I did. I called them, baby. Yep, and I still stand by the fact that Abby wasn't a villain at all. She was. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. Don't care. The point of the matter is they both were the two sides of the same coin. Ellie, to put it plainly so it don't spoil everything, because I promise you if I tell you, you won't enjoy the show as much as you could, if that makes sense. The reality is both of them had every right to do what they did. Does that make sense, Jared? Yep. That's a better way to put it. Both of them had every right to do what they did, but neither one of them is a villain. I was joking. Neither one of them is a villain in this. Both of them are victims of the circumstances. Yeah, the world that they lived in, it just genuinely would have happened, and everybody ended up getting hurt some kind of way. And that post-apocalyptic world, it just was madness, and nobody could have connected the dots the way that they did. And it makes me feel so good that somebody took the aspect of that game and made it into a show that people who don't play the game could actually enjoy that story and plot, because it was too good to leave in the video game world. And I hope there's a part 3, because it definitely needs one. It's not about perception. I disagree with that.
All right, I need to get out of here. I have to get up in the morning.
All right,
Eat
babe.
this damn brunch. All right, I'll talk to y'all later.
Have fun at the brunch. Bye.
Bye.
I don't think it was about perception, because even like, it's the best way to explain it from my viewpoint. I don't think it's about perception. I just think both of them were victims of circumstance. Abby had a right to be upset about how she felt. She had a right to do what she was doing. She had a right to seek out the people she did and do what she did. But Ellie also very much had a right to do what she did. It's like the hand that turns the other. Like you see where this is going, you understand it, but at the same time, your loyalty depends on your affinity for each character. Which is, to me, this is the most basic human thing I've seen in a very long time in any form of media. Like, there's no true villain here. Nobody's really a villain except for them cultists. I refuse to humanize them people because they're weird.
That was a wild shit they were doing.
So, this is who they want to play Abby. This is an interesting thing. We shall see. I hope they come up with part 3 and finish it out, because they definitely need to. And I know Jared gonna get it if they do.
It's not even a question.
Jared gonna definitely get it. I'm just gonna sit here. I'm like, this one you can't play on your TV. You gotta play on the big screen. Thank you so much. We got a nice little setup in here. But hell no, you gonna play that on the TV so I can watch it. Thank you. So I don't fall asleep. But anyways, I've been on here 2 hours or 2.5 hours. Now moment of silence for old girl with one arm. You telling everything. Rico, shut up. Rico's telling all the business. Don't listen to Rico. Ain't nobody in there with one arm. He lying. He lying, y'all. Anyways, y'all. So I talked about everything. I done went through WWE. I done went through AEW. I done did it all. Now I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of a small tidbit of what you got to look forward to Monday. Monday they're supposed to start going in. Probably gonna double down on Logan Paul and Seth Rollins Monday, of course. Miz is gonna tell everybody what that little golden letter was that he received from his beautiful wife Maurice. We're probably gonna see Cody Monday. We're gonna see that tag team match between Becca and Lita and the Damage Control. Of course, Bianca and Asuka are still building on their feud, and we got a little tea because Bianca was definitely weirded out by our good sis, Miss Asuka, because she sure made it look like she was puking. Now, the week after next week, which will be the week of the 6th, right, babe? March 6th will be the week after next week.
Yeah, because that's not gonna go back to work.
Okay, so that's when John Cena shows up on Monday Night Raw. Okay, and this is where everybody thinks that Cena is going to officially challenge Austin Theory to the United States Championship at WrestleMania. Okay, so it's a lot going on here. All right, we don't know what's going on, but we got 2 weeks worth of stuff being built up for the girls, especially for Monday Night Raw. Now on Fridays, we got a lot going on because Cody and Roman got to have it out, baby. They got to. All right. But also, you still got Jimmy and Jay at odds, Sami Zayn running around. We don't know when Kevin ass gonna show up. And next week, the tribal chief supposed to show up and sort all this shit out. So you know shit's gonna hit the fan next week. Charlotte and Rhea still going back and forth, and Rhea's using her little minion to try to shake some shit up, but she ain't do nothing but make the queen seem even more confident and stand even more tall. Okay, Ronda and Shayna are gonna challenge against Natalya and Tegan Knox, Pretty Tegan, what they call her. Next week they gonna have a match. Now I don't know what's gonna happen with Diamond Ray, but I'm tired of seeing him standing up there about to cry and not letting his son have what he's supposed to have. But Santos supposed to have a match next week, I think, and we supposed to have a couple other things. Now, from my understanding, the way I see it, we more than likely will get Drew McIntyre challenging for that Intercontinental Championship within the next couple of weeks. If that happens, I don't think Drew will win, but I do think that will lead to them revisiting Sheamus going up against Gunther at WrestleMania because it just was too good of a match at Clash at the Castle to just leave like that. Okay. Now, Gunther will be coming up on a year as Intercontinental Champion. Okay. He got to have an opponent somewhere. So we're going to have to wait and see how this all going to play out. And of course, the Usos are still your double tag team champions. And I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of tag teams that are pretty hungry at going for those titles. But with this tag team being in such a disarray, child, it's only a matter of time before we see them titles strapped onto somebody else. Girl, with all that being said, we still got to cover NXT. Next Tuesday, Carmelo Hayes is going up against Tyler Bate. Tyler Bate just went up against his good, Ilya just went up against his good buddy, Trick Williams, and beat that ass right quick. So maybe we'll have a better bout between Tyler and Carmelo. Schism already done staked they claim to Tyler, so they might have a little, little game going on in there. And of course, the girls, Fallon and Kiana, have finally decided to bury the hatchet. And it looks like they are finally on the same page. They have not defended their titles in a little minute. It ain't been a long time, but they haven't wrestled on television or defended their titles. So I'm assuming they probably going to put them together and have them defend their titles very soon. Alba and Isla seem to be messing with Ivy and Tatum Paxley, and I don't know why they decided to go after them, but that's what they decided to do. Now, next week, Wesley must be having another open challenge because he's the only nigger in this damn render. I don't know. He must be having another open challenge. He is. Okay, babes. He said, "No, I am not." Yes, you are. You was ruining it. I have to work Mondays again, babes. It is what it is. You was ruining it. Stop ruining it. So we must be having some type of open challenge. I don't know who gonna accept it, but I know at Roadblock, Tony D, and of course the Hound of Justice, fucking Dijak, have decided they're gonna have, what is it? A street fight? They gonna fight. They gonna fight, child. And then, of course, Miko Satomura is still here being her ever dominant self. And dry lipped ass Zoe is here being petty. So it's going to be dry lip Zoe versus Queen Miko. And that's all next week, child. We got a lot going on next week. But we're going to take it one day at a time. We're going to start off with Monday. See if Logan Paul's ass is going to show up this Monday. He probably will, because, I mean, Logan is contractually obligated to show up some Mondays, and of course the big kahuna, and he's got to show up to help build on his feud with Seth Rollins. So we got that. And then of course that Monday afterwards on the 6th, Johnny Boy here is going to be showing up, and you know they're going to start building on that feud between him and Theory. So it's a lot going on, child, but we're going to sift through it all. And like we already know, here are the current match card for WrestleMania. It's already set in stone that these matches are going to happen. Rhea Ripley is going to go up against Charlotte Flair. Okay, this is happening. All right, this is not a game. This is not a test. This is happening. And of course, Bianca Belair will go up against Asuka for her Raw Women's Championship. Now, what day it's going to be on, we do not know. WWE has not disclosed that information to us, and they usually don't until like a couple days before. That's when they let us know which night it's going to be on, because people will pick and choose the nights that they're going to be going to the show, and they want the show to continue to be sold out. So it's a smart move, and it's definitely going to happen. And finally, you got Roman Reigns going up against Cody Rhodes, which I think is definitely going to be on night 2. There's no way they're going to put these two up on night 1 and not have them close out WrestleMania on night 2. You're out of your mind. So that's that. All right. Y'all make sure y'all follow me over here. I will continue to go live every week and try to entertain y'all as much as possible. It's going to be some days where I can't do that, but I'm definitely going to try to do that. Now, I do want to tell y'all one thing before I go. Elimination Chamber is the biggest elimination chamber in history. It's the most viewed elimination chamber in history. It also it was up nearly 300% in views from last year's Elimination Chamber. It is the all-time Elimination Chamber gate record. It broke that. It broke the all-time Elimination Chamber record in terms of merchandise sales and social video views. The Twitter video views for the socials for Elimination Chamber went up 310% from 2022. Those are definitely some good sales numbers. Okay. So WWE is in a good stride. They're pushing forward. They're doing some good things. And they definitely look like a $1 billion company. Okay. Definitely do. So we are going to be posting the Down for the Count. There are going to be 2 episodes up for Down for the Count within the next hour or so. You're going to get a Shoot the Shit episode from us, and then you're also going to get an episode where we talk about Elimination Chamber in terms of, should Sami Zayn have won Elimination Chamber, or do you think that wasn't the right move and they went the right route with giving Roman the win at Elimination Chamber? The girls and I have that conversation, and Janae was there. All 4 of us were all in the show, and we had a very good time just catching up and shooting the shit and just talking. It was really, really fun to do that. So I think you guys would really enjoy it. And we also had a part where we talked about a celebrity elimination chamber, which shout out to Get Your Podcast, because he gave us the idea for that. And I thought that was fucking epic. I thought that was amazing. So I'm going to put all of that up on the show within the next hour, and you guys can listen to that. And of course, I always have my personal podcast that is up. We're going to be doing the KTT is coming back. I'm going to be posting the rest of my Petty Revenge, Am I the Asshole, and Bridezilla episode. That's gonna go up, and I'm gonna post an episode or two next week, and I'm gonna get with Don and do my TV rounds episode because I got to watch Perfect Match this weekend because he's mad because I haven't watched that. I have to finish the Upshaws. I have a lot of homework to do. So I think by next Friday, I'll be straight and ready to record with Donnie so we can do everything. He just have to tell me his schedule so I can see where he's at and we can get everything done. But don't miss out on the KTT. I try to cover a lot of things social-wise that are happening on the internet because it always comes across my feed. And I try to make sure I cover the fun stuff too, where I'm just cussing folks out and having a good time and bouncing off AJ because he's usually here when I'm recording. So, y'all make sure y'all follow the KTT on Spotify and on Anchor. Down for the Count is on Spotify, Anchor, Apple, and Google Podcasts. You can find us anywhere that you can listen to your podcast. If not, you can always head on over to Spotify or Anchor and listen to us. But if you have an Apple device, you can listen to us over there as well. All right. So be a good friend, okay, and share my content. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss anything. Hit that notification bell. Be a good friend and share it. And give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you like the content. And if you don't like it, tell me why in the comments. Tell me what I need to change, what I need to fix, how I need to make sure my content is structured for all of you, because I may or may not listen, because that's just the way that I am. But if it's some good constructive advice, I definitely will take it. With all that being said, I will see you guys next Monday after Monday Night Raw, and we'll talk about all the things that happened with everybody on the show. And I'll see you guys then.